Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm just going to read you a little witch story. This is one in Virginia. Grace Sherwood, Witch of Pungo. So, Grace Sherwood was born in 1660 to a carpenter, John White, and his wife, Susan White, in Pungo, Princess Anne County, Virginia. Today, that was Princess Anne County. It's now part of Virginia Beach. In 1680, Grace White married planter James Sherwood. Grace White's father, Sherwood, 50 acres was gifted to these to start their marriage life. In 1681, when John White died, Sherwood received the remainder of White's estate. James and Grace Sherwood had 3 sons, John, James, and Richard. In 1698, James and Grace Sherwood sued their neighbors, John and Jane Gisborne and Anthony and Elizabeth Barnes, for slander. They had accused Grace of being a witch and claimed that she ruined their crops and killed some of their livestock and conjured storms at night. Grace was consistently in court, either fighting witchcraft charges or suing her accusers for slander. Other accusations, she rode on her neighbors' backs or went through a keyhole or cracks in the door like an old black cat. After Grace's husband died, 1701, her fights with the town folks continued. In January 1706, Luke Hill charged Grace Sherwood with witchcraft in March 1706 in Princess Anne County. They impaneled a jury of women to search Sherwood's body for witch marks. 2 witch marks were found on Sherwood. She was put in jail to await trial. On July 10th, 1706, Sherwood stood trial in the 2nd Princess Anne County Courthouse. She consented to a traditional trial by water. She was then bound and thrown into the western branch of the Lynnhaven River from a boat. She managed to free herself and raise to the surface, proving that she was a witch. She managed to get ashore. Again, a woman's jury searched Sherwood's body for the marks. 2 black marks were found on Sherwood's body. Sherwood was then sent to jail to await another trial. The theory behind the water test is that the feet and hands are tied. After throwing a person into the water, if they sank, they were presumed innocent, although they would drown. If they floated, they were presumed guilty. After 7 years, Grace Sherwood was released from jail, and she petitioned the Secretary of the Colony for her land. She said she paid the back taxes and would help the governor, Alexander Spotswood. She was able to reclaim her property. Grace Sherwood lived quietly until her death at the age of 80. I believe she was 82. I read some of this, and I've actually been to the statue here in Virginia of Grace Sherwood, the Witch of Pungo. Following her death, there were tales of unnatural weather patterns and the black cats lurking around her property. Many say her spirit's still strong. Some reports have surfaced that say you can still see the ghostly figure of a woman with long wet walking the banks of the Lynnhaven River, forever reliving her injustice. A statue by California sculptor Robert Cunningham depicted Sherwood with a raccoon and a basket of rosemary, unveiled in April 21st, 2007, on the site of present-day Centra Bayside Hospital in Virginia Beach. Sherwood was the last person convicted of witchcraft in Virginia. On July 10th, 2006, Governor Timothy Kane restored Grace Sherwood's good name 300 years to the day after her trial. Because there are few known facts about Grace Sherwood, her story has been embellished and told over the years, and there is no historical record. There is also commemorative markers that placed her in place of memory. The testing of Grace Sherwood. The witchcraft case of Grace Sherwood is one of the best known in Virginia. She was accused of being a witch and bewitching her neighbors, killing the crops in 1698. Allegations grew over time, and the Princess Anne County government and her accusers decided that she would be tested by dunking. Since water was considered pure, would not permit the witch to sink into the depths. Sherwood's accusers, 1706, tied her hands and feet and dropped her into the western branch of Liverhaven River. Now, they also tied a 15-pound Bible with a chain around her neck and threw her in there, so that they really tried to dunk her and drown her. Known for the last witch dunking, there is a road known as Witch Dunk Point. There is Witch Dunk Road. There's all sorts of stuff around here that's witch related. She was imprisoned, but eventually released. Sherwood lived the rest of her life quietly and died in 1740. So that's in my Mysterious Virginia book. But going to the statue and stuff, it was cool. And her little area where her cabin was and stuff, there's still like plots of land out there. The last witch dunking ever. So I thought that was a cool one. I figured I'd read that to you. Maybe I'll put up a little short of her statue after this. But yeah, tomorrow, me and Mike, I believe, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for here. Me and Mike will be on his channel, just shooting the shit, talking about scary movies, horror movies, Evil Dead, you know, all our favorite horror movies and stuff about them. So come join us, Mysteries Untold. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back with more. Peace out.